Hey guys, what's going on? Waseem back here with another fragrance review. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a review from the house of Untitled. The fragrance I'm reviewing today is Rose de Kandahar. Rose de Kandahar was released in the year 2013 and is classified as a floral. The nose behind the scent is of course Andy Tower. Andy Tower has the House of Tower Perfumes, which is just a collection of very artistic fragrances. Another gem from this house which I have tried and reviewed on my channel is La des Arts Marocaines. Andy Tower was inspired to create La des Arts Marocaines to remind him of the dry air of the Moroccan desert. Now, a few months ago, at the end of September, I actually visited Morocco. I spent some time in Marrakesh, Zagora, Essaouira, and I actually spent a night in the Sahara Desert as well. And having spent a night in the Sahara Desert, sitting on top of a dune, lying down on top of a dune in the sand at night time, looking at the stars, the beautiful stars that you can see in the desert, I can really testify to the fact that La des Arts Marocaines just smells like the air of the Moroccan desert. Such a beautiful artistic fragrance, and I believe in my review I gave it a perfect score of 5 out of 5. Definitely want to check out and sample, and if you are intrigued then make sure to check out my review as well. So for this one, Rose de Kandahar, Andy Tower again was inspired by a region of the world to create the scent, and the region he was inspired by was the country of Afghanistan, most specifically the region of Kandahar. Now Kandahar is a place where the land is incredibly dry and rough. However, even with this dry and rough land, beautiful roses grow there, and due to these beautiful rose scents, Andy Tower was inspired to create Rose de Kandahar. So that was a little bit of a background regarding the scent, but what are the notes? As always, I've got them written down on my laptop. At the top of the note, the top notes are apricot, cinnamon, almond and bergamot. The heart of the fragrance is Bulgarian Rose Absolute, rose from Kandahar, bergamot, bourbon geranium, and tobacco leaf. The base of the fragrance is patchouli, vetiver, vanilla, tonka bean, musk and ambergris. So those were the notes. What do I really get on my skin? For me, Rose de Kandahar is an incredibly linear scent. What I got from the start was pretty much what I got throughout the scent. I didn't really get many other nuances or characteristics. I didn't get many layers in the scent. It didn't really change much on my skin, and this scent didn't really take me on a journey either. It's a very linear scent. What I really got were two very prominent notes with two backing notes in the background. The two most prominent notes were the rose and the almond. The rose is very sweet. It's not a very bright rose, neither is it too dark. It's in between of the two roses, and the rose that I feel I get is like a pink rose, if that makes sense. It's not a red rose, it's a pink rose. And the other note is the almond. Now the rose and the almond blend well together, and the almond really gives this scent a very creamy and milky nuance. Now the creamy and milkiness with the rose, it really reminds me of this milkshake my mum makes in Ramadan called a faluda. Now another scent that reminds me of a faluda is Frederick Marle's Portrait of a Lady. However, I absolutely love Portrait of a Lady by Frederick Marle. That fragrance has a little bit more than just a faluda smell. It has a lot of other characteristics which I absolutely love. And these two scents are quite different. Rose de Kandahar and Portrait of a Lady are quite different rose-based scents. However, they both do remind me of a faluda. In addition to the creamy, milky rose and almond note, also pick up a very fruity apricot, and you also get a very subtle spice as well, which I believe for me is the tobacco note. The fruitiness is quite different and unique for a rose-based scent. I've not really experienced apricot in a rose-based scent before. You do get a fruitiness, a raspberry, beautiful raspberry in Portrait of a Lady, but this one uses an apricot note. Now I've mentioned Portrait of a Lady quite a lot in the scent, just to put it out there. Both very different scents, but do kind of remind me a little bit of each other, you know, because there's similar nuances of smelling like a milky, creamy faluda, and the note of the fruitiness. Portrait of a Lady having a raspberry and this one having an apricot. In addition to the creamy milkiness of the almond and the rose, the fruity aspect that you get and the spicy aspect from the apricot and the tobacco, the scent also has a touch of powderiness as well. Overall, it was a scent which, for me, I was really disappointed by. Having worn L'Artisan Marocain, I really expected this one to be on the same level. However, this one it just didn't feel complete to me. It just didn't. I didn't feel inspired by it. I felt quite let down. I really appreciate the artistic quality. You definitely pick up high quality notes. You can definitely tell this is high, of the highest quality, but it just, I don't feel like it really appealed to me, and I really warmed to this scent. It just didn't click for me, this scent, and I was quite disappointed by it. The scent was just really linear, and for me there's better rose-based fragrances out there by far. There's a lot of rose-based fragrances out there, and this one just didn't really cut it for me. I've been testing a lot of rose-based fragrances recently. As you can tell by some of my previous uploads, I've been testing a lot of rose scents, and a lot of rose-based reviews have been coming out. And this one was one of the fragrances in my rotation at the time of me testing it, and it just didn't warm to me. I just wasn't very impressed by this scent at all. So let's move over to the performance. In performance department, this one really impressed. This was beastly. In terms of longevity, I got 12 plus hours. This one just goes and goes and goes. And in terms of projection, this was beastly again. It was so strong, guys. It really pushes out there. And for me, that was a little bit annoying because it was so loud and I didn't really love the scent that much. So beastly performance, longevity, projection, both massive. In terms of occasions, I can really only see myself wearing Perfumes Rose de Kandahar to a formal setting. Is a very artistic scent, so I wouldn't really wear this casually. So a formal setting, this one would be perfect. In terms of seasons, I would wear this in the winter when it's cold. In the heat, this one definitely for me would be quite cloying, and I would only wear this in the winter, possibly winter or fall at night time. Overall rating, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I really enjoyed the artistic component of this scent. The ingredients are of the highest quality, and I can appreciate the work that Andy Tao put into this scent. But the scent itself, I didn't really warm to it. It didn't really appeal to me, and I feel like there's better rose-based fragrances out there. Guys, that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, make sure to leave me a like and a comment below. And until next time, my friends, see you later.